Hi, my name's Anna Steinagel, and I'm going to do my persuasive speech. McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's, Mr. Goodsense, and Taco Bell. In today's world, no matter where you go, you know you will always come across someone that doesn't speak English or knows very little of it. According to the 1990 census, 13.8% of the United States residents speak some non-English language at home. That means that 2.9% or 6.7 million people do not speak English at all or can't speak it well. Did you know that many people are surprised to learn the United States has no official language? You'd think since we live in the United States we would all speak English. Well, that's not true. The ACLC believes that English-only laws can violate the United States Constitution protection of due process, especially in courts where no translation service would be offered unless, of course, you may be deaf or blind in equal protection. That information is provided by usconstitution.net. Congressman Toby Roth, Republican from Wisconsin, has introduced legislation to proclaim English the official language of the United States. Roth agrees that the government's effort to supply education and information in several languages has worked to divide America. He has said, "Today in America, we are splitting our country up. We are no longer the melting pot. We are becoming an anti-English establishment, which would have us just like a salad bowl. I don't believe in hypnotized Americans. I believe that we are all Americans. This is why this is an issue of the English language is so important. For example, in Germany, the official language is German. In France, the official language is French. So why can't we in the United States have English as our official language? In America today, we see our country breaking up into ethnic, racial groups, as we have never had this before be as big of a problem as it is today. As we all know, the Pledge of Allegiance in English is the common bond that holds our people and our society together as a nation, just like we should be so proud to fly that American flag and respect our country and those who put their lives up for others to fight for our country. We must preserve English by making it the official language. A recent USA Today Weekend magazine survey found that 97% of the 47,000 respondents favored making English our official language. In New York, a government study showed that schools found a much higher dropout rate among students in bilingual programs. In some cases, parents were fighting to keep their children out of the bilingual programs because of the second-rate education their children would receive. The benefits of declaring English our official language far outweigh any problems. Our current problem is that by discouraging schools to teach English, we are not preparing our students to be successful in the job markets or to be leaders in their communities. Ortinos Ortez, a South Texas rancher and also a parent, put it best when he said, "At school, they teach my children in Spanish so they can become busboys or waiters in a restaurant, and at home, I teach them English so they can become doctors and lawyers." Mr. Ortiz sums it up best. For many years, a working knowledge of English has been the first ring on the ladder of opportunities for new Americans. The international language and the commerce is English. For new Americans and their children, the language of opportunity is English language. By declaring English our official language, we provide a much clearer path for people seeking the American dream. That information was provided by pbs.org. It's plain and simple. You want a job in the United States? You want a better life than you had before? You come to the United States and you must speak English. It's able to understand English, and it's that simple. An amendment to a bill was added to a May 2006 vote just days before the vote that would have declared English as the official language of the United States, and among other things would mean that the government would not have to provide services in any other languages besides English, such as menus at restaurants, signs, voting ballots, and any tests. This bill was defeated by a vote of 61 to 34 without 4 votes. Colonel Harry Riley said, "Your vote against an amendment to the Immigration Bill 1348 to make English Americans' official language is outstanding. On D-Day, no less, when we honor those that sacrificed in order to secure the bedrock character and principles of America, I can only submerge your votes reflect a loyalty to illegal aliens." That information was provided by nationalmaster.com. I don't care where you come from, what your religion is, whether you're black, white, or some other color, male or female, Democrat, Republican, or Independent. But I do care. When you're a United States Senator representing the citizens of America, voting against English as the official language of the United States, then if you don't like our rules, please go back home. We have a program called Office of English Language Program, which creates and implements high-quality, targeted English language programs in specific regions and countries of the world. All programs are administered through the local American embassy. It provides professional teacher training programs worldwide to promote understanding of American language, our society, our culture, our values, and our policies. That information was provided by exchanges.state.gov. To make English the official language, we need the government to help conduct this official business in English. End foreign language entitlements, repeal bilingual ballots, and require English for new citizens. Let's protect English by giving it its official status in a law that has never had before. I'm leaving you with a couple of things to ponder on. To be entitled to vote, you must be a citizen, and a citizen is supposed to be able to read and write in English. So why print ballots in other languages? No, we shouldn't have to. We're free to say what we want, speak what we want, but it's our national language, says Senator Lamar Alexander, Republican of Tennessee. That information was provided by congress.org. Next time you go somewhere, stop and think, wouldn't it be nice to understand that person who's taking my order?